Hello everyone. I am Mike Usnick, and this is Robert Rowe. Depending on what platform you're currently watching this on, depends on what crowd you came from. Um, we are currently streaming. This is a test run. This isn't an official episode of Sock and Row, but we are currently streaming on my Pink Sock podcast group, your Rock and Row podcast Facebook page, and on the YouTube channel. So I was going to do a fourth one, but couldn't do it. StreamYard only lets you do three
Right.
for the paid service, which I get it. There's a lot of shit you can do on here. Like there's a lot of shit you can do on here. But did you want me to talk about the upcoming show, or did you want to do it?
You go ahead, man. We'll
Okay.
just, bullshit as we go along. But yeah, go right for it, brother.
Okay. Well, we're going to be going live next Monday. We said 5 my time, 7 your time, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, or 7 p.m. What is your time zone? Central? Are you on Central? Oh, you froze on me. I think he's on Central. Are you on Central Time, brother, or what time zone you on?
Yeah, I'm on Central. Sorry about that. There goes the internet all
You're
over
good.
again.
You're good. But we have the Rock and Roll podcast debut episode. We are going to be talking about Weird Al Yankovic, as you can tell by the lovely art. You know what's funny is I sent the, because originally I just had me on the photo before I started editing it all together, and there's a lot of people that didn't realize that my face was edited on Weird Al's body.
You guys look so, alike.
And I got your face in the back on the baby. You look kind of like the Grinch.
I do. I was like, hey, give me that dollar, motherfucker. Give me that dollar. I got beer to pay for.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about Weird Al. We will discuss all things Weird Al. Go down to the nitty gritty of Weird Al.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun. That's gonna be a really fun episode because I don't know if I've seen many podcasts really, give a shout out to Weird Al really. So it's gonna be fun.
That's why I'm doing it, because I'm a huge Al fan and he doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Him and his band. His band has been with him since day one. Nobody's OD'd. Nobody's left.
He's the only solo artist that has done that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's doing something right. So, kudos to him and kudos to his band. But yeah, that's gonna be a really fun episode, man.
I don't want to get too far into it without. I'm gonna wait till next week, but
Exactly.
it's gonna be awesome. I also have some Weird Al collectible items. If I brought them with me to Arizona, that I might be able to show.
Nice.
So that's going to be awesome. So yeah, I can't wait to discuss Al and all things Al, because the man, genius, fucking pure genius.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's the king of like for me, growing up, he's the king of parody because I got to see him
Yeah,
when Eat It first came out back in the 80s, on MTV, and ever since. And yeah, for me, he's pretty badass. And we'll talk about some other liner notes about his career and life and what have you. So yeah, it's going to be a fun episode. So everybody, please show up, comment. Let's have a good time.
he did write one song before he had a band that had radio play, but other than that, he's had the same lineup. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just him with an accordion that first song.
Right.
But the rest of them like really took off when the band became a band.
I'm just curious. I like you said, you don't want to get too far into it, but I'm just curious. As a quick talking point, how did you discover him, and what was the album or song that you discovered him with? Were you like, what the hell is this? Was it like a friend? Was it like a family member?
I grew up in the days of LimeWire.
Okay, yeah, I remember
And,
those days.
and I one day was looking for a song. I forget what song, but it was by somebody, and I saw like a different name for it. And I was like maybe 12 at the time, just fiddling around on LimeWire because at that time, they mostly just had music. Like they had like movies later on, but around this period of time was before they really got heavy into like downloading movies and shit. It was just music.
Right.
So I went to download a song and it was weird because like the title was wrong, but I figured why not? And I'm like, this doesn't sound like. So I went on the trusty Google, and I might
Went
have been
on a
14.
Google machine.
I might have been 14 at the time. I think 12 is a little young for this anyway, but I was about 14 and I went on Google and I looked up. Actually, at the time, it was probably Yahoo or AOL. Remember when that was big? but,
Yeah.
but I went on something like Google and I searched it and it popped up Weird Al Yankovic. I cannot tell you for the life of me the song. I can't tell you what album got me into him. It's like he's always been there. Like
Right.
even before that, I knew of Weird Al Yankovic, and once I started digging into his parodies, I heard a couple of them. Like my brother played, or somebody played. It just never registered until now that it's this person. So like Weird Al's always been there. Just I discovered him knowing who it was in the LimeWire days.
Yeah, growing up, he was such an icon.
Yeah,
And
he
I
was
remember
bigger than the musicians he was parodying.
exactly. And I remember my parents were like, what's this whole, eat it and, I'm fat. And they were like, this is kind of messed up. He's taking other people's songs. And I'm like, that's the beauty of it.
Right?
He's having fun with it. But as long as I understand, he always, had
Permission.
yeah, always had the permission, and like every artist was like, yeah, go for it. I know for a fact Nirvana was like, he wants to, do smells like Teen Spirit, go,
I
so
heard I could be misremembering this, but I believe other artists was begging him to parody their music because they felt when he parodies something, you've made it. So he has
yeah,
had artists ask him. Paul McCartney was one that asked him, but Paul McCartney said no to the lyrics, so it never happened.
right. And then we know the whole Coolio, which we'll get into that one
Yeah,
probably
well,
too.
yeah, Coolio's.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird an accordion guy's getting sued by a rapper.
yeah. I'm going to save this one about Nirvana until the show, but
Okay.
I do know the whole story on how Nirvana actually asked him,
Hmm.
to cover one of their songs because that's what they wanted. They're
Yeah,
like, we want Weird Al to cover a song, and we'll get to that next Monday. So we'll leave that as a little surprise, but it's a
I'll
fun
have
story.
I'll have to do my research by then. But if I'm not mistaken, Michael Jackson asked Weird Al to parody a song.
That I don't know, but I do know that Michael Jackson never had a problem because how many Michael Jackson songs did he do?
Right. Michael Jackson
Quite a
had
few.
zero problem. Weird Al did discuss one time in an interview. I'll have to rewatch it to know exact wording because sometimes I misremember stuff. But from my memory, I believe Weird Al said that Michael called him when the parody first like was huge. And Michael's like, I really love that parody you did. And he actually met Michael in person. And because Michael wanted to thank him in person for the parody. And Weird Al was like, oh my God. It was like meeting a statue or something. Like it wasn't like a human, it was like a part of history.
Right.
Like,
And there'll be other fun facts like, what big actor, was in I'm Fat video or became a big actor. And there's going to be a lot of fun points with the show, and I'm very excited about it. I was very excited that you said, "Hey, uh, let's do a separate podcast about you," and and we're going to go Weird Al first. I was like, "Yeah, I'm on board, man. This is going to be a lot of fun."
We're going to cover a lot of artists, and we might even cover artists you haven't heard of.
And I'm completely fine with that because you know, I, when you do a podcast first,
Mhm.
you have to kind of, you know, do your bigger bands, so
Yeah,
people kind of follow you. It's not because you're trying to be a sellout or nothing, but you want people to follow you, and
yeah.
then you can go from that to like some more obscure stuff because I'm getting ready to do some shows in October, November, which it's going to probably throw people off on the rock and roll podcast and might not get many views, but at the same time, I'm all over the board with music. And,
Same.
it doesn't matter if it's heavy metal, hard rock, jazz, Motown, I'm all over the board. So there's going to be some shows where people will be like, I don't know about that, but
I
you
have
got
an
to
idea.
you got to start somewhere.
I have an idea for the next episode after the Weird Al one.
Okay.
You want to hear this shit?
Might as well.
Frank Zappa.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. That's like going, we might as well go Frank Zappa meets Buckethead, Jesus.
No,
That's that's
I
a
don't.
lot of work. That's a
I,
lot of
I
work.
don't think we're ready for a Frank Zappa one because are we covering Mothers of Invention solo? Are we covering what's up, Tim Barnes? Good friend of mine.
What's up, buddy? What's up,
And
Tim?
Linda says, great show. I mean, this is
Hi,
our
Linda.
first.
Yeah,
This isn't my first
it's our
rodeo.
it's our first little shindig, little pre-party before the party starts next Monday. So
Right.
we appreciate you guys coming on and talking and leaving comments. So very cool.
I would
Hey,
also,
hey, there he is. There he is
Le-
from today's show.
yeah, Leon Kraft. Go check out Pink Sock Podcast. We were live a few hours ago with Leon Kraft. It was an amazing. I must say, like, he was a great guest. I really loved it. Like,
Oh
I
no,
loved talking.
he was an excellent guest, and
Oh, there's my mom. Hi, mom.
hey mom, how you doing?
She's a big fan of Pink Sock Podcast, and it's
That's
fucking
awesome.
awesome.
Well, hello, mom. Welcome to the podcast.
You
Welcome
don't
to
have.
the newish podcast.
By the
But I
way,
but I
I'm.
do have to bring this up real quick with Leon Croft.
Yeah.
Um, he was a really fun host or I mean guest, and he I don't know if I should say this, but the way he was ripping on his own community,
That was great.
he was just cracking me up. He was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get some hate letters, but at the same time, fuck these
Fuck Alabama. Fuck Alabama. I'm glad you're doing great, Mom. I actually just got off the phone with her a few hours ago. Since it's easier for people to watch Pink Sock podcasts sometimes on Facebook and shit, I'm going to make this announcement right here, right now. Pink Sock podcast is going to be going back on Facebook, going to be going back on other platforms very soon. We are working on a Facebook page for Pink Sock podcast. So it will go live on that, on the group, and on YouTube. So it's going to go on YouTube, go on the group for Pink Sock, and Pink Sock's going to have a page.
You gotta post that comment.
I mean, seriously, fuck Alabama. Did you see? I was on one of his posts, and he was getting some hate. I think from local people. I was just reading through the comments, and I'm like,
Oh
me
no,
sit.
no, I haven't liked him on Facebook yet, but I know he was like I'm gonna get shit for this one. And I'm like, yeah, I think you might.
Well, we was
It
talking
was
back and forth.
still a fun discussion, though.
Yeah, well, I guess he was getting some hate. I think it was from local people. I'm not sure, but like people were giving him a hard time, and I'm like me sitting in the comment section, like, and it was a GIF of a guy eating popcorn, and he's like, I told you I'd get hate," and then I replied with the Dave Chappelle GIF that says, "Cause fuck him, that's why."
Nice.
Do you
Hey,
own anything
and
but Kiss shirts?
no, that's all I own. What the hell? No, I own I own Kiss, White Sox, Chicago White Sox, Dallas Cowboys, and
I only
nice
wear black
shirts.
socks,
Well, that's too bad for you, there, fuckface.
pink socks.
What? Yeah, pink. Yeah,
I only wear pink socks.
yeah. Well, that was an interesting conversation with Leon when you told him the whole thing. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I gotta go. I got
It's a good
that."
name. It's a good name. We have a lot of great guests coming up on the show too. Trying to remember who all we have coming up. If there's anything you want to promote, send me pictures because I can pop them up on the screen. But Pink Sock Podcast next week we have Alan Poe. Boom. That's next week, right? I don't want to say that and fuck up. It is. Next week, we have Alan Poe of Gray's Divide and Black Swine. And then we're doing Power Stories again on the 23rd. He's going to
Yeah,
be discussing Wasp.
yeah, that'll be a fun one. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting with Wasp, and he's also going to talk through. Correct?
I think he was road crew for that one.
Right.
Not like road crew, but like local assistant. He wasn't like part of the tour, but he was part of that area's crew. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
Okay.
Leon, I don't mind the raise, but go fuck yourself with the goddamn Bucks. Tom Brady can suck my. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Then we have Eric 13 of Combi Christ and Sex Slaves. I don't know if you've heard of Combi Christ, but they're an incredible industrial metal band, bro. Like, go check them out if you haven't yet.
No,
And
we'll
we
check him out.
okay, and then we have Michael McVeigh. I have to
It,
change the
it's Guy
flyer.
Fieri.
It's I got to change the flyer because I found out what band he was in just today.
Yeah, Blackbird.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if that was the name of the band or if that was the name of an album.
No, it's the name of the band.
Blackbird in the Dead of Night. What are they? A Beatles cover band?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I can't imagine his vocals singing fucking Beatles tunes because he has like that real hard rock vocal style. Blackbird in the Dead of Night. Fucking do it like James Hetfield.
Yeah. Roar.
Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Should I do Beatles tunes on here and just sing them like Metallica?
Yeah, there you go.
Blackbird in the Dead of Night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Dunt, 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 dunt. Cries into 2 Stanley Cups while hugging the Lamborghini trophy. Lombardi, I mean.
Lombardi. Yeah.
He's a Lamborghini. Who's this Lamborghini guy?
It's Lombardi.
Oh, Dave Lombardo. He's a
Yeah,
great drummer.
the Dave Lombardo Trophy, sponsored by Slayer. It's a
Fucking
football
Slayer.
thing, man. Oh, that's so funny.
I meant to say Lombardi.
The
but for
Dave
some-
Lombardo Trophy.
No, my thing was I was looking at a picture of a Lamborghini like 5 minutes before going live. And that's why I misread it because my brain was still thinking that's a nice car. the Dave Lombardo trophy. I can't wait, dude. That'd be better than the Lombardi trophy. It's just him playing drums. Yes, Michael has an incredible voice. I don't know why I said has. Michael has an incredible voice.
Yeah, he does. He's really good. He posted something like 3 or 4 nights ago of them jamming, just straight out jamming, in the rehearsal space, and you don't see him, but you see the rest of the band jamming, and you can hear him, singing. And oh man, yeah, he's got an incredible voice. And by the way, I've talked to him, and I think he might be interested in joining a show. This is before the whole Sock and Rowe podcast. It was going to be something that I was going to do, but I would be more than happy to bring him on this show and just talk about his career and anybody you see. I'm wearing a Kiss shirt. I know a lot about Kiss, but this dude will blow your socks off if you're a Kiss fan, because he knows everything. I mean, everything. What the hell is that? Get that off of there. 666-6969. Come on board if you're feeling lucky on the Rock and Roll Podcast. Dial 1-555-666-6969. Get everything you want. Get everything you need. Pleasure is guaranteed. Here on the Rock and Roll Podcast.
Remember that show, Talk Sex with Sue? Remember that shit?
No.
It was like a 90-year-old woman, like, playing with sex toys and shit, telling people how to use them and shit, and giving sex advice.
Do you mean Dr. Ruth?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Dr. Ruth.
What did you say, Susie Ruth?
No. Sue was Talk Sex with Sue. That was a completely different one. Ruth was the same show, but different. What?
Now do that in a Hulk Hogan voice. Hey, brother, you want to join a great podcast? Just
hey, brother, if you're feeling lonely, dude, I've got my 12-inch python here waiting for you, brother.
Yeah. You want to snap into a Slim Jim, fucker?
That's Randy Savage.
I know. You're going one way. I'm trying to go another.
Oh, okay.
You do both at the same time.
Let me tell you, brother.
I guess you could, but
I got 16-inch python here, brother. If you're feeling down and out, I will pin you to the ground, brother.
Yeah.
Footlong Frank.
Yeah, Footlong Frank. He's got a $5.
$5. It's gonna cost more than $5, bro.
$10 foot long.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
That was great during the show. I mean, that really was fucking me up with fucking. He was like, "Oh no, I'm kidding." Next thing you know, he's gonna want to do this.
He's gonna do an OnlyFans. I'm thinking about it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna just eat different types of soup naked.
Well, I got the sirloin soup burger here. Oh, I got a little right here. Sorry about that. What the hell?
How'd you know? I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, finger licking good.
It's got so much meat on it.
Oh, it's so much meat. It's tasty. Yeah.
It's so moist.
Oh.
You don't like that word?
No, I think it's funny, but I do know a lot of women that are like, "Oh, why would you say moist?" Because I'm like, the guy was moist. What am I supposed to say? It wasn't dense. It was fucking moist. What else was I supposed to say? Oh, it chewed very well. I was able to chew it very well, and the milk helped.
Mom, I'm not doing a podcast like that. I'm just people are gonna pay money to see it. If you don't have your ticket for admission, you don't get to see it. It's all right.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna do his own little thing on a friends only, whatever you guys call it.
OnlyFans. It's
Only,
OnlyFans.
yeah, friends only fans. Fans that like to spill soup on each other. I don't know what it's called, but
Oh, okay, you're right. Damp is a worse word. This cake is damp.
yeah, this cake is damp. What did you guys do to this cake? It's really damp.
You know what's kind of gross though?
You're
And kind of,
gonna have to wait for that response. It's really damp.
you know what's weird?
Isn't it supposed to be moist? No, we can't use that word. It's just damp.
What's weird is damp and moist mean the same thing, but one sounds significantly worse.
Exactly.
Oh, oh. The thing is, you don't say that in the bedroom ever. You don't look at your woman and say, "My lady, you're rather damp this evening."
Yeah, you're a little damp today. What happened? In my opinion, damp sounds like you might need a beach towel. Compared to moist, you might need just a moist toilet.
That's gross. Like damp is weird. It's weird. Damp and moist. I mean, we need to do a whole Pink Sock podcast episode about the words damp and moist.
This week on
Damp and that sounds like a weird like 80s band. Damp and moist.
It's kind of like a Steel Panther kind of band. Damp, then you're moist.
So you want to start a band with me called Dwarf Cooter?
Oh my god. Cooter bone.
Cooter Bone. Well, I brought that up because that's lyrics of a song that is by a musician. You might recognize his name, you might not, but his name's Trevor Moore. He was the founder of the show Whitest Kid You Know.
Yeah, he was the one that just passed away, correct?
Yes, I was listening to one of his songs today in memory of him and stuff because, like, he had a big impact on my life when I was growing up because that show was really big when I was a kid. So I was listening to one of his solo songs, and one of the lyrics is "Gonna start a band called Dwarf Cooter," and I'm like, I'm gonna start a band called Dwarf Cooter. Let's do it. Oh fuck! But yeah, Trevor Moore has a song where he talks about his band Dwarf Cooter. You should like. Do you want to start a band called Dwarf Cooter?
Let's do it.
Oh, that's fucking amazing! Damp and Moist, the unreleased B-sides from Bon Jovi, "Slippery When Wet."
Leon, after this show, I'm going to send you a friend request because you're hilarious. But next time you have to, you said your bassist, right? I believe it was your bassist, is just as fucked up as you. So yeah, you got to get him on.
He's going to.
His show or our show or both shows. It don't matter. But that's great.
Dude, the guy
we're halfway there. Oh. Damping on a prayer.
Damping on a prayer. Whoa, we're moist, I swear. Whoa, damping on a prayer.
Exactly.
Dude, I really do like his fucking comedy. I'm thinking about like doing a stand-up comedy thing, and I got to go through Mobile, Alabama, and kidnap him to tour with me.
Well, I told you to, go for your dreams, man. But I'll be honest with you. I did stand up, about 20 years ago. It is very difficult. Mm-hmm. Very difficult for the fact of making money and get in the right slots. And that was during the time of stand up comedy. But I always tell people, do what you want to do. Do a band. You always have to have a positive mind. Do what you want. It doesn't matter. Just like what we're doing right now. We're doing a podcast. I have never done a podcast until last December I started. And the way it's gone so far has been very incredible in less than a year's time. And that people even give a shit to hear me talk about whatever or what we're talking about or anybody's talking about. It's a lot of fun. And I always tell people just go for what you want to do. Who cares what people think? Just do what you want to do. So I told you this before a couple weeks ago. Go for it, man. But the sad thing is
It's not easy.
no, it's not easy, and there's not a lot of money to be made, and that's what sucks.
The only time there's money to be made is if like you make it big. And even then there's not a whole lot of money to be made.
No, that's very true because even Andrew Dice Clay back in the day.
Yeah, he didn't make shit, bro. Andrew Dice Clay did not make shit. Like he was broke as
Yeah.
fuck. Oh,
Yeah, sorry about that, but
Good.
even back then, people are thinking they're making like loot of money. Same with like Sam Kinison, he was huge, but they were getting raped with ticket prices and agents and
we have
what have you.
hey, we have a Chuck Wagon surprise. Do you know this guy?
Hey, Chuckster,
Man,
what's up there, fuckface? How you doing, brother?
what's going on there, gentlemen?
I have an idea for a band name. Moist Cooter Biscuit.
Oh, there you go.
Loving it, man. It's great.
We're actually just doing a test run to see if we can stream on multiple devices without any issues. So far, so good. So now we're just bullshitting.
Right on.
We're gonna bullshit for probably another like 10, 15 minutes, and I gotta go get my laundry.
Go ahead. Pull shit away, man. My immune system's being what do you call that?
Cunty?
Right now. It's being
Damp?
manipulated.
Is it damp?
Yeah, it's feeling a little damp. It's feeling damp. It's feeling
Oh, that glass of water is so
a
damp.
little juicy. Yeah, I gotta juice it. They keep it damp.
Did you hear any of this conversation?
No, I don't think so. I don't know where I'm at, man.
We were
That
talking.
vaccine's fucking weird. So I got my second Pfizer vaccine today. That's starting to fuck with me. I did smoke a little bit too, so I don't know. I figured because I was gonna get some pain, and I didn't want to be fucking popping Tylenols, because they told me, oh, take some Tylenol, I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna take a couple of hits. Because
What's hilarious is you're gonna call your doctor and be like, "This Pfizer's making me feel funny, doc. Perhaps I did smoke a bunch of weed before I called you."
They took a couple of recreational flower hits.
I took
Just
a couple
take a couple
dabs.
hits of acid, you'll be good.
Yeah, a few dabs to do there.
Could you imagine?
Look who's in the comments.
Who's
Michael McVeigh.
Oh,
Nice.
look who it is.
You gotta say hello to him.
Hello, Michael McVeigh. Speaking of Michael McVeigh, he is coming on my pink sock. He's coming on my pink sock.
Oh,
Can't
Jesus.
wait. It's gonna be. You can't shut me up now.
No, you know how bad that sound? Yeah, he's coming on my pink sock. He didn't finish the podcast.
It's the white polka dots on my pink sock.
Yeah, he's just coming on my pink sock. Sorry, Michael.
I'm gonna get shirts that say "Thank you for coming on my pink sock."
Yeah, that coming on my pink sock.
Serious note, do what you love. Life is too short to hate what you do. Take that leap and do it. I've lost relationships and friendships going after my dreams, and the right people will find you. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. That's very inspirational. And
That's
that
it's very true. Very
almost
true.
brought a tear. You like my shirt of the world's worst Alvin and the Chipmunks tour?
Awesome, man.
Oh God, yeah, it's a good shirt. The band fucking sucked.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
and by the way, Michael McVeigh is coming on your Red Sox too.
if you're feeling lonely, call Rowe at 555-666-6969.
Where you get all the pleasure that you need, satisfaction guaranteed. Just call me. Either you're moist or you're damp.
Could you imagine how a woman would react if you put your hands down her pants and you're like, "Baby, you're rather damp this evening"?
Saucy clam.
I would think she was. Yeah, I really I don't want to fucking say anything because
There he goes. So it's not my internet or anything. It says okay.
Guys. Hey, there you go.
There he is. Oh, you know what's worse? You know what's worse than damp? Dewy.
Dude, yeah.
It's really dewy in here.
Smells a little dewy.
Oh, that's
No.
awful. That's an awful joke.
that's really nasty.
That's bad.
That's
You know-
really nasty. It's dewy in here.
It's
It's like a really
It's so-
bad
It's so
morning.
damp,
push.
it's dewy.
Yeah,
ew. This is worse. It's sopping in here.
oh come on, god damn, dude.
Baby, you're sopping wet this morning. Fucking awful. We're
Yeah, so much for this show.
soggy. Ew.
Soggy.
We got a leak in the ceiling.
Yeah,
That-
soggy.
this fucking cake is soggy.
Yeah, this isn't a bowl of Captain Crunch after an hour. Come on.
I'm sorry,
Soggy.
but there is no positive sentence to put the word soggy in. Like it's, oh, his wife just cringed at the word soggy.
Nice.
Baby, you're
Oh.
so soggy. That would
Ew.
be so bad. She'd be like, "What does that mean?" Oh no. It means it's fresh. It's fresh.
It's a little soggy.
Saturated.
Yeah.
That's like saturated is like a 1930s term.
It's
Baby.
saturated.
I'm sorry, madam, but your vagina is saturated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go light up a fag now.
The soggy bottom boys. Oh, we're learning all kinds of really ew, drippy.
drippy. Who's saying drippy? Who's saying drippy? Where is that?
Drippy's a weird word. I didn't know that was a thing. This cake is drippy.
You're a little floppy tonight. Why are you so floppy?
Why are you so drippy?
The sock and new podcast named the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Drippy Drews and the Dampy Ducks.
This is fucking great. Oh, these are all weird like terms. It's gross.
It's so gross, but it's so perfect. Thank you, Leon. Dude, you have a sense of humor that I love. I love it, man. Hey,
Oh,
Mike, give
What?
everybody Leon another plug, and Chuck, check this out. Go ahead, Mike.
Right on.
We're talking about the episode today.
Yeah.
The episode today, we had Leon Kraft of the band Love the Hate on the show, and the dude's fucking hilarious. We spent like 2 hours just bullshitting about Star Wars and comic books and what a pink sock is and all kinds of crazy shit. This dude has a great sense of humor, and it's a fucking fun episode. You should check it out.
Nice.
And they also are like,
Well, mention the band.
he also, hold on, before I mention the band, he also shit on his hometown the entire episode, on and off.
He was literally burning the Confederate flag while we were talking.
And he's from Alabama.
Awesome. It's gone.
He's like, he lives on the belt buckle of the Bible Belt, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real thick down there.
Dude, your camera is looking a little grainy now. You kind of look like Zach Wilde. Stay that way.
Yeah.
We might get more viewers.
Yeah, I get a lot of that these days, Zach Wild. Hey Zach Wild. Hey, dude. The dude. You keep getting the dude a lot. A lot of people are watching Big Lebowski lately, I guess. That's a great flick, though, man. I'll never get old.
It is.
Yeah, but the band isn't it?
Love the Hate.
Love the Hate.
Love the Hate, yes.
Love the Hate. My fault.
Yeah. Please get me out of here. You can really say that he's honed his craft, if you know what I mean. His name's Craft. And yes, you just saw a vape pen. Go fuck yourself, YouTube.
Nothing wrong with the vape pen. Come on.
You don't know what's in it. Come on now.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't know if it's crack or a little bit of weed or a little bit of smoke, but
God damn it, love to hate again. He bitched on the episode how people keep getting their name wrong because they can't read, and now you got this fuck.
And then I'm gonna do it right now.
Do it.
Hate again to love. Is that the band? Hate again to love.
Do you believe in life after love?
Didn't you guys have the big hit? If you fuck around,
you're gonna find out.
Yeah, you're gonna find out, motherfucker.
Dude, we need to start a band called the Damp and Moist Sex Pistols.
Or the foreskin fucking
foreskin cowboys.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. There it is. It's a country western hip hop metal band.
So hell yeah. This is just gonna be hell yeah, but with a different vocalist. Dude, I love Hell Yeah though. Like that brought out a whole new style of like metal rock, whatever the fuck they chose for it to be, with like Mudvayne singer singing and fucking Vinnie Paul drumming. That's fucking intense.
Yeah, it was some weird shit at first. I was like, what is this?
It was.
Where's Phil? It's like,
that first album was recorded in Dimebag's old rehearsal space. Do you know how Dimebag had that studio?
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
It was recorded there, and Vinnie Paul actually walked into the room, and all of his shit was the same way it was.
Wow.
Yeah, like that had to be hard.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we did do an episode a few days ago. If you want to watch it on the Rock and Rowe podcast Facebook page, we did an episode with Dan McNew, who he knew Dimebag. He actually he wasn't like friends with him, but he's been to like his house and shit, and he's hung out with him on the road. He is the the former founder of Ride for Dime. He's the first person that did Ride for Dime. He still organizes the rides, but he doesn't work for the organization anymore.
I was talking to Chuck about this, about 3 hours ago.
Yeah, you mentioned that, man. That was awesome.
Yeah,
it was fucking cool.
it was a great interview, and also let's not forget he had that fucking badass Elvis.
Oh, Elvis story and
Yeah,
video.
and video, on millimeter tape, which was crazy.
I
It
know
was the fat Elvis, but it was still like, hey, hey, hey.
he stood like this far from Elvis videoing him,
Yeah,
Wow,
it was that close.
wow, man, that's insane.
and he said that was when Elvis went to Hawaii.
Yeah,
They actually had his personal helicopter landing and shit. Like it's really cool. You should watch the video. Like
Nice.
we showed it on the show. It was fucking phenomenal. I'm not that big of an Elvis fan, but I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, shit.
Like that's pretty fucking
Oh
cool.
yeah, he definitely showed up with a bang. As I say, Elvis has entered, Elvis has left.
Well, I already knew that Dan McNew was legit with his stories because while we were on the air, his name popped up and his name looked familiar, and I was trying to find out who he was or how I knew his name. And he said something about his new podcast. I'm like, it can't be that. And then I got to thinking, I watched this old documentary, not an old documentary, but it was like early 2000s, like when Ride for Dime was first starting.
Yeah.
Was it early 2000s or was it mid 2000s? It doesn't matter. Whenever it started, it's a documentary that has Dan McNew in it, and that's where I had the connection. I'm like, oh, he's talking about Ride for Dime. That's where I know him from. And the dude's cool as fuck. He said that he lost communication with Vinnie Paul after Dime's death, and Hell Yeah got together. So he didn't really have much communication, if any at all. I'm going to remove him until he comes back.
That's pretty cool,
But didn't have any communication after that. But Dan is cool as fuck. Like
yeah,
he was cool. That's just. Did you see? Are you going to buy the new Megadeth record? They took Dave Ellefson's shit out and replaced it with a different bassist.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was kind of like following that, as it was happening. All that shit was going on with Ellison, and then freaking Dave saying, "Oh yeah, well, don't worry, we replaced the bass tracks," and then he still won't say who the hell the bass player is. But I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of hype built up in the album. Actually, the more album I'm actually looking forward to now is the new Jerry Cantrell album, which he's been teasing the shit out of fans lately. It's pretty hilarious what he's doing, because he's at first he's like he first song he released, he actually recorded it about 20 years ago, and he decides to release it now, and this is the shit he was working on during the pandemic, and he puts it on Rolling Stone, and it's the only way you can see it, and now he just blew it up on YouTube, but it's like he's going to release each song at one time. That's what it seems like he might be doing. But then he's saying he might just release the whole album, but he's not telling. He's egging on the fans as he's going along day to day, and it's pretty.
Does the teaser stuff sound like the stuff he did before Alice in Chains did their reunion shit?
So the new song is called Attune, and it is very interesting, man. It's got a country sound to it when you first start it. It's very country, like the picking on the guitar, and you can even hear almost sounds like banjo, maybe ukulele, I don't know. But there's a lot of picking going on in the beginning, and then it just goes into this Alice in Chains, almost from his last solo album, which I always forget to, not Boggy Depot, but the one he did after Boggy Depot. It goes
I know songs, not album names at this point.
I can't remember, but his his last solo album, it kind of goes into that, and then it goes into some really old Alice in Chains, like almost like Sap, sonic stuff, real early stuff, and then it just gets nuts. It just goes like all over the place towards the end of the song. You don't know what the hell's going on. It's like crazy guitar effects going, and vocals freaking harmonizing. It's very cool. So,
since Rob left us, I was going to go ahead and catch him up. We were talking about Jerry Cantrell's upcoming solo album.
Have you heard any of that, Bob? Any of that actually going on?
Don't like it.
No, the new tune, a tune. You don't dig it.
Nah,
I thought it was interesting.
Well, everybody's allowed their opinion, obviously, but for me, it it didn't hold water for me. So, and I love Jerry. He's always came out with fucking excellent shit. His solo stuff, the Alice in Chains stuff, but the new stuff, you know, the new single, yeah.
It's funny too because it's not new. He wrote it 20 years ago, which is hilarious.
Yeah, and that's kind of odd, but
Yeah.
it's okay. A lot of people don't like the new Trivium song, which I look at people and go, "You're fucking crazy," because to me, it's amazing. But everybody else is going to have a different opinion on it. So, what can
True.
you do? Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, I was moistening my balls. I'm going to make hush puppies in a little bit, so that's why I had to disappear.
You had to call your balls?
I said
Bad balls.
I moistured my balls because I'm going to make hush puppies.
You dampened them.
I
Dip them in some cornmeal.
Not only did I fucking dip them in fucking buttermilk, but I really dampened them in some flour. So now we got some hush puppies.
Don't forget the cornmeal, man. Gotta have the cornmeal in there.
That's kind of like crusty. Just wait till the yeast infection kicks in.
And then I'll be itching for days, and I'm fine with that. You know that story, Chuck. You were a cook. You were a cook.
He was a Chuck. What?
That's right.
No, hang on, Mike. There is a true story about cooks. When we get chafed, doing our line of work, if you're doing it for 14, 15 hours a day, you used either cornstarch or cornmeal to help yourself not get chafed. That is a true story.
In desperate needs, cornstarch will get you through the day.
Yes, it will. Sorry, everybody.
I've been doing
That
this
is the
long.
truth. That is the truth. If you are a cook or a chef, that's to be on your ass, on your toes for 12 to 15 hours a day. That's what you do. And
are you on your ass or your toes? I'm like keeping up.
I'm going to put my balls in your face real soon there, Mike. And you tell me how bad it tastes.
Buttermilk, cornmeal, and all.
No,
That's
it's a stupid fact, but it's true.
It is true. Very true.
It is true because
when I was first told, "Hey, go grab some cornstarch," I said, "Well, what the hell are we making cornstarch?" And I'm talking about how my balls are chafing. The chef tells me to go get some cornstarch. I'm like,
yeah,
are we gonna make tempura batter now, or what's going on here?
you're thinking this and that, and then the whole comedy bit was like, okay, is your balls nice and toasty? You're like, yeah. You're like, okay, dip them in fucking some oil. We got some, hush puppies. That is the truth. It's a joke, within the, cooking community. People always think, oh, cooking's not hard, or, being a chef is not hard. Dude, it's just as much as being on a goddamn, boat for, deadliest catch. Yeah, you're not waving through the wind, but it's a 16, 18-hour day easily.
Rough gig, man. Hot fryer oil splashing up in your face.
Also, being a cook, and I've been cooks in gas stations and shit. Like right now, I work for one, and that's a rough job. Like because the kitchen gets the least amount of respect out of any position in any establishment. I don't give a fuck what establishment it is. The cook is the most frowned upon job besides a fucking maintenance man, and it is wrong. Those are the two hardest working jobs.
Tough up, man. People want to eat, or they're going to complain about their fucking food, and it's like Yeah, that kills me, man. I worked at Cooper's Hawk for a little time, and these damn snobs walking in, the best customers are the ones that came for the wine, got shit faced, and then ordered their food. There was no complaining there, but yeah, you get these. I worked in a town called Burr Ridge, very, very high scale neighborhood. Yeah, people are just ungrateful as hell. Don't realize what all the us cooks back there are going through just to make their damn plate of food. What you gonna do about it?
He likes Leon likes the new Trivium song. He was a line cook.
Oh.
He can confirm.
Yeah, well, the new Leon, the new Trivium is badass. But what I want to know, Leon, is how did you feel about the last two albums?
He'll answer shortly, but he says that he'll make some pancakes later with his balls.
Yeah. With his
Don't forget the blueberries, the dingleberries.
It's dingleberry flavored.
The dingleberry pancakes.
Have you heard George Carlin's bit about dingleberries? That shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
He was talking about curse words, and he's like, dingleberries don't even sound bad. It sounds a bit Christmassy. Like, I'm going to kiss her under the dingleberries. It is most devoutly wished that you were to kiss her under the dingleberries. And then he's talking about tits. He's like, tits don't even sound like a bad word. Like, it sounds like a nickname, like an old friend. Hey, tits, meet toots, toots, tits, tits, toots. He's like, it actually sounds Nabisco-y. I don't mean your perverted snack. I mean new Nabisco tits. Corn tits and raisin tits. I bet you can't eat just one.
And that's going to be the last greatest. That's why he's going to be the last greatest comedian. I mean,
it was awesome, man. Guys, awesome material.
Then they enjoy. He says that he greatly enjoyed them. The addition of Alex Bent took them to a whole new level.
Yeah, have you heard it at all, Mike?
I have. It's a really good
last
album.
Couple albums, the
It's
last
really
two
good albums.
albums, or the last three albums, or no, two albums, and they got a new single out now.
Yeah, I love their new material.
Yeah. How about you, Chuck Wag? Chuck
Oh,
Wag?
yeah, absolutely.
How'd you get your name, Chuck Wagon?
Drums are insane. Chuck Wagon. Chuck Wagon's catering coming soon. Back out there in the cooking world. We'll see what happens.
Chuck Wagon, we have the meats.
We got the meat sprinkled in with a little cerveza and a little bit of. We got some weed.
I was watching a Tommy Chong the other day talking about edibles, and he's like, edibles are strong when they got the leaf on them, because that means a pothead made it, and they forget if they added weed or not. They'll be like, I forgot something.
I agree, Leon. I'm sorry. I'm trying. You're not keeping up on the comments, man.
Yes, I am. The last comment. Hey, the last comment we had was that one, and then we have this one that just came in, dickweed.
No, not at all.
Listen here, Dr. Evil. Calm your tits. We got fucking Claudio Sanchez of Coheed and Cambria. We got Dr. Evil, and we got the singer of Blacktop Mojo. Like, this is a great three-man circus. He kind of looks like a young Dusty Hill.
And you look like a poor man's Weird Al, so everything's good.
Poverty tastes the same. It tastes like ramen noodles and shame.
Yeah. Lasagna and coffee.
Oh, you had a rich childhood. You got lasagna. I got ramen noodles.
I'm talking your fucking goddamn podcast.
I'm in the middle. I got the can.
Hang on, Chuck. I'm talking about his podcast a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He's like, yeah, lasagna and coffee. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that's what I had for breakfast.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
Breakfast. My breakfast that morning was lasagna and I have weird fucking meals, okay? I had pancakes later on that night. Fuck yourself. I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want.
Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm a millennial. I hate myself. What are you talking about?
I guess so.
What are you doing? Are you trying to Jeff Jarrett me? He's gonna pick up his guitar and fucking smack it over my head like the honky tonk man.
I'll beat you in the head
I'm gonna shut you on up with some honk tonk.
Dude, I want to become a wrestler, but use like the really bad lines from like what was that movie? 21st Jump Street, where he's like, "I'm gonna beat your dick off. I'm gonna beat your dick off with both hands." so I can be like, when I get in that ring, I'm gonna beat your dick off. I'm gonna beat your dick off with both hands. Try to do it with a straight face.
Wow.
Did you ever watch that video where Hulk Hogan couldn't get his words right in the ring? And he was yelling at Vince, and he's like, "You thought you had the right gay guy at the right time, brother." And he's like, "Let's roll that again." And like, he couldn't get it right.
One more time, brother.
I can
Like,
say I never saw that, but
Yeah, I missed that too. It
There's
sounds
another-
awesome though.
There's another hilarious one. It's of wrestler Sid Vicious fucking up his lines too. He's like, "Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, you guys have half the muscle that I do, and I have half the brains that you do." He just like paused, like he fucked up. I'm like, "Yeah, you really
Okay.
insulted me." Did he freeze, or is he just really happy to be here? Is he
Oh,
trying to
he's enjoying the memento. Getting into it.
It looks like he's putting baby powder on him right now. There he is.
yeah, I'm putting baby powder on your balls right now there, Cisco.
You got some cornstarch, brother?
Yeah, brother. We got a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of baby powder, a little bit of sassafras.
What? Why is that so fast? It gets them nice and damp.
It keeps it damp.
Keeps it damp and sticky.
It keeps it moist and wet. And
Why did you sound like Pauly Shore for like a second?
do you want me to do that? I can do that.
You can do Pauly Shore's impersonation.
Don't test them on that.
Do it. Do a Pauly Shore impersonation. Let's hear it.
You want to hear Pauly Shore?
Yeah. I do impressions too, but I can't do Pauly Shore.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. That sounds like Pauly Shore. Oops.
I can do.
No, do not do
Tyler
that.
PJs.
Fuck off. Fuck off. With the,
Let me tell you.
no.
Let me. He got his poor boy feelings hurt. Let me tell you. I can, I'm an equal opportunist. Let me be perfectly clear. What we are going to do is, we're going to find the weapons in Iraq. The name's George W. I can keep going back to presidents. My name's George W. I know how to stop this is problem. We moved the Middle East to the West, and there will no longer be a Middle East. I'm on it. You are wrong there because you can't move locations that's there. They just stay there. I have the best words. I say them very bigly.
Hey, fire, people. Fire.
So I'm a butthole.
Shut up, butthead.
Shut up, baby.
David,
Shut up.
you
Shut
know,
up.
my mom is getting kind of damper, and she wants you to put out the fire. Oh, yeah, fire.
Hey, settle down, baby.
David, what do you think about my mom's fire? Yeah, fire.
can I get the word in? Let me tell you something. Being from Australia, it was very hard growing up, but I became a bodybuilder and I made a lot of movies. Yes, a lot of movies. And then I became the governor of cauliflower. I became the governor of cauliflower.
Cauliflower, yes, cauliflower.
I became the governor of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I can't say California.
Cauliflower is the best place to be.
Cauliflower is my state flower. That's
Yeah, cauliflower is a state flower, and we can eat the flower, and it's not dump.
yeah, it's cauliflower. Cauliflower.
Dip it in ranch dressing.
Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. He should have his own cooking show.
Yeah, get to the chopper. Goddamn.
Let me show you my chopper. It chops a lot of foods. Let's get to the chopper. Let's do this. Steroids not included.
Could you imagine him in a porn? Yeah, let me.
I can also impersonate the My Pillow guy. He's either the My Pillow guy or Jesse the Body Ventura. It's whoever you want to interpret it to be. They have the same voice. I was like falling asleep one night, and all I heard was, "Would you like some cocaine? How about a My Pillow?" That's a good joke. Go fuck yourself. For those who, what's up with all these?
That little cross necklace he wears has probably got coke inside that thing.
It probably does.
Yeah.
What's up with all the like?
People? You know what he's probably telling everybody. This is a urine of my mother, but he's like, oh, like, hang on a minute. I'm good.
What's up with all the like TV show personality that like sell shit and drug problems? The ShamWow guy bit a hooker's ear off.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Billy Mays died from a possible drug-induced heart attack.
Mad cocaine use right there, man. That guy was mad, man.
I'm like, dude, you don't shout that loud. It's 3 a.m. and I'm trying to sleep.
It's not natural, man. No.
His commercial.
He was always like, if you could think about, he couldn't even get the fucking camera right. He was like, if you think about what we got installed.
OxyClean.
We got some OxyContin. I mean, clean.
Fuck. Everything's working out. We're just freaking out. Everything's great. Everything's great. Check out this other guy I know. He's got a fucking pillow that makes you feel good. Oh shit.
I got this guy. He has a fucking rag you can clean cum up with. He's got check this guy out. What the fuck? Like they all did like fucking dubious amounts of cocaine, man.
Yeah, they were tweaked. Yeah.
Like, well, it's 3 a.m. and you're awake at 3 a.m. to do a commercial. You've got to be doing coke.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
caffeine ain't gonna do it no more.
I got this shit that fixed a hole in a cat's ass. Come follow me.
It's not gonna be like this. Oh, by the way, if you're having a bad day and your cats are, anyways,
is that Stephen Wright? What the fuck is that?
If fuck,
do you
fuck.
know who Stephen Wright is?
I don't. Yeah, I know who Stephen Wright is.
That's what you sound like at first. I got a little commercial for you.
I got a little. Yeah. Yeah, Stephen Wright was always like that guy.
He was he's one of the best comedians like out there. But
he was always like,
I'm sorry.
I couldn't tell you if your mom's really that big of a whore, but yeah, she kind of is.
Like,
sorry about that, but
what's hilarious about Stephen Wright though, like he didn't really tell jokes like that. You're kind of taking it further than he would, but he would tell jokes like, I'm sorry that I'm kind of hyper because in high school I smoked a lot of Ritalin. Whenever I was born, I wish I said the word quote. So right before I died, I could say unquote.
Quote, unquote. This is the way we're going to do it. You know, if you can't figure bananas to bananas.
You know who was another good? I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I think he's quoting Tool. I don't know what he's doing. Is that lyrics from the new Tool album? What the fuck are you talking about?
That was the new lyrics to your album.
If you touch
I'm
apples to bananas.
I'm kind of silent.
Bananas on bananas.
Yeah, I'm kind of silent, but at the same time, I'm bananas.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I thought because you froze and it sounded like you're like, you touch apples with bananas. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Was it just me that heard that?
Yeah, it got pretty splashy there, man.
Yeah, it was really splashy.
I really think that you heard your own little.
No, you were very bad. Like, it was like bananas, and you're like all like doing this shit.
I heard bananas on bananas. Bananas.
That's the lyrics to the new Wiggle song. Bananas on bananas.
Mosh banana.
Oh well.
Dude, they should make a metal Wiggles band.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Keep metal for the kiddies, yeah. Keep it alive for the moms and dads that get a bunch of crap.
I actually said that on my podcast. You know how much money could be made with a children's metal band? The Wiggles make
fuck up.
Fucking no. Do you want the next generation to listen to metal or do you not?
There is no way the next kids thing is going to be metal.
There is already a metal kids band, but it's weird. They're all dressed up like dinosaurs. But like,
that's not going to happen. It will not happen.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
Don't stomp on my dreams. I want to start.
No, I'm stomping on them, and I'm taking out their fucking goddamn fucking cigarette. I'm stomping on them. See, there's no way that's gonna happen.
Me and Chuck Wagon over here is gonna start our own little band.
Kitty man.
Yeah, you guys could be Chuck Wagon, Mike, and the fucking flamboyant fucking.
Leon heard you touch peaches with bananas.
Peaches with bananas.
That's not me. I don't touch peaches.
A little cream on them peaches.
You don't touch peaches? That's unfortunate.
Nope.
Do you know what peaches are?
What?
Do you know what peaches are symbolism for?
Yeah, pussy. I get it.
You don't touch pussy?
Not yours.
You can start.
If you have one, then good for you, buddy.
I'm old Greg. That's my mangina. Remember that shit? My name's old Greg. I have to get going. I have laundry. I have to get out of the dryer. But guys, next week, Monday, the Sock and Rowe podcast and Pink Sock podcast goes live before that with Alan Poe. Be there or be square. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, Chuck Wagon, for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You take care, man.
If you don't have me on Facebook yet, send me a friend request.
Oh, yeah. I'll get on there, man.
All right. See you, brother.
Take care.
Take care, guys. Remember, live long, rock hard.
Rock it.